Foundations of stone. The walls are weeping water, and the air grows damp. A low rumble sounds from above, accompanied by the sound of rushing water. There are underground waterways in Moria that lead to deep darkness, and who knows what else. Hey, welcome back to Moving Cardboard. So today I'm going to be playing Foundations of Stone, which is the penultimate adventure pack in the Dwarf cycle, and I absolutely love this quest. It's one of my favorites I've played so far. So let's look at my deck, my heroes. I got Glorfindel, the new hero from this, Spirit Glorfindel, and Lore Aragorn from Watcher in the Water. Really looking forward to using his Reducer threat. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the startup with, or the setup. So I'm going to draw my opening hand. Get Song of Kings, Unexpected Courage, Asphalloth, so a good piece, important piece for the Glorfindel deck. Sneak Attack, Gleowine, and finally I'll get Darren's Runes here. So I've got some card draw pieces to help cycle through the deck. This isn't really the greatest opening hand, but I'll keep it. You know, I usually keep them. So looking at the rest of the card here, so your journey has led you to a decrepit portion of the mines, untouched by a dwarven pick for many a year. The air grows thick with moisture, and the walls almost appear to be weeping. So there's a little foreshadowing there with water. Alright, so I'm going to be putting that whole encounter set aside. It's not just put one card aside, but the whole thing, which is really cool. And I get a Cave Torch. I'm going to put that on Aragorn, mainly because Glorfindel's an Elf Lord. He's not going to carry stuff. He's no porter. Let Aragorn keep it. So let's flip this card over and see what we need to do to progress. A low rumble sounds from below. There are a variety of underground waterways in Moria, but they shouldn't be disturbed. So when revealed, I'm going to reveal one card from the encounter deck per player and put it in the staging area. So that's me, one for me, and I get Branching Paths. So it's underground and dark. It says one threat, but really it's two, because of its effect. Branching Paths is not that bad of a card to start off with. I don't mind it too much. And I'll go ahead and give myself resources, one per hero, and then I'll start, draw my card for turn in the resource phase, and I get Sword That Was Broken. Important card, but not going to be played for a minute. So looking at my other options, this is my full hand of 7 cards. There's nothing I can actually play, and Darren's Runes is not a card I want to play right now, because I don't want to draw 2 cards. I don't want to discard anything in my hand right now. So that means that I'm just not going to play any cards this turn. I don't want to draw 2 and then have to, discard a card that I want to keep. So I'm going to move to the questing phase after not playing anything, and I'm going to quest with Glorfindel. I'm going to go ahead and raise the threat. I don't have Light of Valinor yet, but I need to quest. I've got 2 in the staging area, 2 threat in the staging area. So I end up drawing a Goblin Swordsman, and he contributes 1. And the reason I'm saying I have 2, obviously Branching Paths, it boosts dark locations. It doesn't say other, it just says dark, so that means it boosts itself. So I've matched with 3, but I need to travel there because I don't want it to give, I'm going to draw a lot of dark locations this game. So that'll end the turn. I'll do my refresh phase ready, Glorfindel. My threat's already at 19 here on round 2. So resource phase, what am I going to draw? Darren's Runes. Okay, well, not that great right now. And I'll go ahead and assign or give myself these resources. So round 2, 4 resources. This is secrecy orientated, which puts you at a resource disadvantage really when you have fewer heroes. So I have to make up for that, and I don't have any resource advantage in my hand right now. So what I can do is get some card advantage, in a sense. I can play Gleowine, and I can get action advantage with Unexpected Courage. which is something you really need with only 2 heroes. So I'm going to spend those 2 for Glaowine, and those 2 for Unexpected Courage. And I'm going to put this on Aragorn here, mainly because, I mean, I have 3 copies of Light of Valinor, which will eventually go on Glorfindel, which will help him. So I'll go ahead and throw this on Aragorn. That way he can quest and defend if I need him to. And I'm going to draw a card now. Okay, Bofur. It's a good card. I love Bofur. He's a friend of mine. And I'm going to go ahead and quest again. I'm raising the threat. I've got to do it. I've got to make some headway. I got to get somewhere, you know. But I also need to make sure I don't increase my threat even more. So he's got 1 threat. And, well, that's terrible. I draw a Sigil Mineshaft, which is 5 threat, which means I've got 6 threat in the staging area now, versus I quested for 3. This is always a risky proposition, but actually having Lore Aragorn makes it not too bad. So I can increase my threat by 1 to put a progress token on Sigil Mineshaft. So I'm going to use the action window before I resolve all this to just bump my threat up to 25 and then get rid of Sigil Mineshaft. So that means that I'm now 2 ahead, 3 to 1, so I'll go ahead and get to put 2 tokens on Branching Paths, 2 progress tokens. And of course this Goblin Swordsman will engage me. But it's kind of working out here that I did play Unexpected Courage on Aragorn, which is just with the plan. So let me give him a shadow card. I'm going to use him as the defender, exhaust him, and then ready him right back up. What does Goblin Swordsman have? No shadow effect, so I'm okay there. And then he's got 3 attack. He will easily kill the Spearman. But he does take a wound in the process. He's going to obviously be attacked first, take a wound, then kill the Swordsman. So we'll get that guy out of the way. And that's that. So I'll go ahead and do my refresh phase, ready all characters, raise my threat, and then in my action window I'm going to have to go ahead and do this. I cannot have my threat this high. Not with this deck, with this combination. So it sucks to do it so early in the game, but I'm going to reduce my threat to my starting threat level to 17. And that was after I had raised my threat. So on turn 3, it's kind of back at the start a little bit. Draw a Bomber. This guy is a powerhouse in this particular quest. Get my resources. So let's see here. Gotta consider my hand. Still don't want to play Daeron's Runes. I'm waiting to get 2 copies of a unique or something like that. So let's go ahead and draw a card. Maybe that'll give me something. Stargazer. Great card. I'm going to get this done as soon as possible. Because she helps me get through my deck and everything. Or find the cards that I want. It gives you deep draws. But still, you know, just looking at my options, I don't have any options right now. I could hold a resource and use Bofur in the quest phase, but I'm really thinking a lot about playing Daeron's Runes and not playing Daeron's Runes. So it's time to just move on. This time I'm going to quest with Aragorn to keep my threat from going up, because I don't have anything in the staging area right now. So I'll quest for 2. Okay, Watchful Eye. So this has a win revealed where it attaches to a hero, and if that hero is exhausted at the end of the combat phase, you draw another card off the encounter deck. So I'm going to just stick that on Glorfindel. However, that did give me enough to clear Branching Paths. So, when it leaves play, I get to kind of pick. It's kind of cool. It's called Branching Paths, and I'm kind of picking which path I want to go. There's three paths. Just like Gandalf in Moria, considering, there's three passages and he's pondering them all night. Okay, so I'm drawing three, putting one in, and two on the bottom. So the sudden pitfall, not going to put that in the staging area, I don't think. Goblin Swordsman, they're easy enough to deal with, and a Fouled Well. That one would gain surge if I put it in the staging area, unless I use the Cave Torch. So I don't want to really mess with those two nasty cards. And I'm going to make sure to put Sudden Pitfall on the very bottom. I can deal with the Goblin Swordsman. They're not that bad. Okay, so I'm going to raise my threat, ready my characters, and we'll be moving on to the next turn. Turn 4. Going pretty quickly. Not really making any progress. Draw an Unexpected Courage. Not making the progress I'd like, but I kind of stall out a little bit. Opening up here, this deck has a tendency to do that because I need to get my board state up and running. I really don't want to rush the first stage of the quest, which you'll see as we get into it. But let me play Imladra Stargazer here because I need to get certain cards so I can exhaust her to look at the top 5 cards, and I can do that to prep my Glaeoline card draw. I can bring something to the top that I really need or want, because there are still some pieces I need. Alright, so, Steward of Gondor, nice. For my resource, there's a lot of good cards here. Resourceful, really good. I need to get that and play it soon before my threat goes back up. And Elrond's Council, Gandalf. I already have Sneak Attack and Song of Kings, so I'll be able to play Gandalf soon. So I think what I'm going to do here is actually put, and when I'm playing solo, I always leave them face up, so I remember how I ordered them. Put Resourceful on top, exhaust Glaeoline, draw Resourceful, play Resourceful, and I'm going to play it on Aragorn. I mean, I've got important cards in both spheres, but overall, lore is more expensive, so Resourceful goes on lore in this deck. Now I got to think about, there's no other planning action, so I'm going to quest again with Aragorn and immediately ready him. So I'm contributing 2, and I draw another Sigil Mineshaft. And this is terrible and really annoying because I've already used Aragorn's power. So I've got 6 in the staging area again. So, I could just eat the threat gain of 4, which is what I'm going to have to do. Cheaper than, I could go up 5 for the Sigil and clear the Sigil, but it's just not, I'll just travel to the Sigil Mineshaft and deal with it later. I've got Asphaleth in my hand. I just need some resources coming up. So I have to fight this other Goblin Swordsman. Since I'm number 22, he's going to auto effect. So here's the problem. So he's defending. He's going to take a wound. So do I attack with Glorfindel? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it. But that is going to trigger Watchful Eyes after this. So let's just get rid of him. Get rid of the nuisance, because he's going to wound me every turn. I can't deal with that, so I need to just get rid of him. And I draw... Okay, this has Surge. And I have to shuffle all the locations back into the deck, which is annoying. So my Surge is Fouled Well. So I have to either discard a card at random or give Fouled Well Surge as well. So do I want to discard a card at random? No, I don't. Not right now. So I'm going to risk Surge again. Okay, I get Lightless Passage. Alright, now this When Revealed isn't really, honestly it's not that bad, but I've got a Sigil, Mineshaft, and 2 Branching Paths. I don't really mind having more locations in the deck, so no problem there. But I'm going to go ahead and do my refresh phase and stand everybody back up. I'm up to 23 threat. I'm not really cool with that. So yeah, I'm going to end the video here. This took more time to edit, and I'm kind of short on time right now. I've been busy, so I'm going to just end the video here now, and I will see you when I get the next one up. I'll try to do 4 or 5 more turns again. I've just been very busy with work and unable to spend as much time on this to finish the game. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching.